Med stor glæde og med stolthed, at vi i dag byder jer velkommen til udstillingen Lucie Rie, The Adventure of Pottery. Der er med den her udstilling tale om den første større præsentation af Lucie Ries keramik i Danmark. Et livsværk, der forandrede studiekeramikken i både Storbritannien og internationalt. Et livsværk for keramikkens allerøverste hylde, der positionerer Lucie Rie som en af de mest anerkendte og betydningsfulde keramikere i det 20. århundrede. Den aktuelle udstilling er en hyldest både til Lucie Ries livshistorie og hendes fabelagtige keramik. Oprindeligt født i Wien i 1902, må Lucie Rie i 1938 flygte til London på grund af sit jødiske ophav og Nazi-Tysklands annektering af Østrig. På dette tidspunkt har hun allerede vundet masser af priser og opnået stor anerkendelse for sine raffinerede, modernistiske værker på internationale udstillinger. Men da hun under de tumulte omstændigheder ankommer til London som jødisk flygtning, er hun et stort set ukendt navn. To introduce the exhibition, we have invited a special guest today. Someone who has been researching Lucie Rie's ceramics for many years and has extensive knowledge of her life's work. This person has also been a professional support and an incredible help in organizing the exhibition at Clay, not least in securing a wide selection of the best works from different collections. It is a great and very special pleasure to welcome Andre Nahm, the director of Kettle's Yard. Here you go, Andre, welcome. The microphone is yours.
She thought she wanted to be a sculptor, but she quickly changed her mind when she started making ceramics, making pottery on a wheel. And she was at the art school in Vienna, and she left in 1926. And I think she thought her career would be in Austria. And she was successful pretty much straight away and won various awards. And those of you who know about Vienna at the turn of the century before this century, around 1900, will know that it was an extraordinary place for music, for art, for design. It was an absolute hotbed of artistic innovation. And even in the 1920s, there was still that sense of innovation. So Lucie Rie was beginning to make pottery in the 20s and 30s, infused by what we would call the sort of modernist ideas. And you'll see in the exhibition some early works, which we're really fortunate to be able to show here and also to show at Mima and at Kettle's Yard and in Bath. So in 1941, she starts making ceramic buttons. And in recent years, the story of the buttons has become a wonderful thing, because the buttons, I think, in the past were seen as a sort of small byproduct, in a way, of Lucie Rie having to get through the war years before she then moves on to her mature work in the UK, in London, after the war. But actually, the buttons are extraordinary sites of experimentation, and we have some fantastic ones here. So she was making ceramic buttons for the fashion industry, because although it was sort of the dark days and you were meant to be wearing kind of utility, generally it was a very utilitarian moment, of course, because everything was for the war effort. In fact, the government wanted to keep people's spirits up. So you were, it seems, able to buy some, beautiful clothes and dresses, and buttons were needed for them. So Lucie Rie's buttons, with a team, she created a button workshop, are really rather wonderful, but it meant that she experimented with glazes, and some of that experimentation comes through in the rest of her work after the war. What is it about Lucie Rie that makes her so exceptional? I think it comes back again to this idea of the adventure. And she didn't really talk about her work very much. She tended to just say, I'm a potter, that's it. She was astonishingly modest. But she did write a short statement in the 1950s, and she said, to make pots is an adventure to me. Every new work is a new beginning. To make pots is an adventure to me. Every new work is a new beginning. So that's where the title comes from, The Adventure of Pottery. So thank you for having me. thank you for having this exhibition. Support this incredible museum. If you're supporters of this museum, please support it. And I really hope you enjoy the exhibition. Thank you very much.